What really matters in life? What principles guide our actions and decisions? These are questions that have been pondered by philosophers, thinkers, and ordinary individuals for centuries. And while the answers may vary, there is a common thread that weaves its way through: human values. These are the moral compasses that guide us, the principles that form the bedrock of our character. They shape our actions, influence our decisions, and determine how we interact with others and the world around us. Whether it's honesty, respect, courage, love, responsibility, humility, fairness, generosity, patience, or gratitude, each value plays a vital role in defining who we are as individuals and as a society. But what makes these values so important? How do they influence our lives? And why should we strive to cultivate them? Well, we're about to delve into the depths of these questions and more. So get ready. Join us on this fascinating exploration of the top 10 human values. First on our list is honesty, a virtue that forms the basis of trust and integrity. Honesty is the quality of being truthful, sincere, and free from deceit or fraud. It's about standing up for your beliefs, expressing your thoughts candidly, and owning up to your actions, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging. Think of it as the bedrock of every meaningful interaction you have, from sharing your feelings with a loved one to conducting a business transaction. In daily life, honesty translates into actions like admitting your mistakes, giving genuine compliments, or being transparent about your intentions. It's not always easy, but it's always worthwhile. Why is it so essential, you ask? Well, honesty builds trust, fosters understanding, and forms the foundation of a functioning society. Without it, relationships falter, communication breaks down, and cooperation becomes a far-fetched dream. Without honesty, relationships falter and societies crumble. Next, we delve into respect, the cornerstone of mutual understanding. Respect, in its simplest form, is about acknowledging the feelings and interests of others as valid and important. It's as straightforward as listening actively when someone else speaks, valuing their time as much as your own, or recognizing someone's skills and contributions without belittling them. Let's consider a school setting. Teachers showing respect to students by valuing their opinions fosters an environment of trust and encourages learning. In turn, students who respect their teachers display good behavior and a positive attitude towards learning. In broader society, respect is the glue that binds diverse communities together. It allows us to appreciate and celebrate our differences rather than letting them divide us. It's the underpinning of human rights, ensuring that everyone is treated with dignity and fairness. In essence, respect is more than just a value. It's a vital component of our social fabric. Respect fosters peace and harmony in our diverse world. Courage, our third value, is the backbone of all achievements. It's the fuel that powers our determination, the force that propels us to step outside our comfort zones, to face our fears and embrace the unknown. It's not merely about being fearless, it's about acting in spite of fear. Let's consider the courageous actions of Rosa Parks, who, despite the risks, refused to surrender her bus seat in a racially segregated Alabama. Or Neil Armstrong, who dared to step foot on an unexplored celestial body, knowing well the dangers that lay ahead. Their courage helped them overcome enormous obstacles and leave an indelible mark on human history. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the decision that something else is more important than fear. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's hard. It's about persevering in the face of adversity. Courage is the catalyst that propels us towards our goals. At number 4, we have love, the force that binds us all together. Love is such a broad term, isn't it? It's not just romantic love that we're talking about here. Love encompasses a wide range of feelings and experiences. It's the warmth of a mother's embrace, the bond between lifelong friends, the kindness shown to a stranger, and so much more. It's also a transformative power. We've seen it time and time again. Love can turn enemies into friends, it can heal wounds, and even inspire acts of incredible sacrifice. Consider the countless stories of individuals who, driven by love, have overcome immense obstacles, changed their lives, or even the world around them. Love is not just a feeling, it's an action. It's a way of living that enriches us personally and collectively. It's a beacon that guides us through our darkest hours, a bridge that connects us despite our differences. Love transcends boundaries, creating connections that enrich our lives. Halfway through our list, we encounter responsibility, the foundation of reliability. Responsibility, at its core, is the obligation to carry out tasks competently and dependably. It's the driving force behind fulfilling commitments, whether they're as simple as watering plants or as complex as leading a team project. Let's picture responsibility in action. Think of a parent diligently waking up every night to feed their newborn, or a student persistently studying to ace their exams. It's also seen in the professional world, where a manager consistently oversees their team's progress and ensures project completion. But why is responsibility so crucial? It's because it builds trust. When people act responsibly, they become more reliable, and reliability fosters trust. Trust in turn strengthens relationships, be they personal or professional. It's a domino effect, you see, and it all starts with responsibility. Responsibility drives us to fulfill our duties and contribute positively to society. Moving on, humility, our sixth value, is the essence of grace. It is the quiet yet profound understanding of one's place in the grand tapestry of life. It's not about self-deprecation or lack of self-esteem, but about acknowledging our limitations and celebrating others' accomplishments. Think about the times when someone willingly stepped back to let others shine, or when an accomplished individual acknowledged their mentors and inspirations. These are acts of humility. Humility is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It takes courage to admit that we don't know everything, that we're fallible, and that we have so much more to learn. It's an invitation for growth, for learning, for expanding our horizons. Humility allows us to be open-minded, to listen, to understand, and ultimately, to grow. In the grand scheme of things, humility keeps us grounded. It reminds us that we're part of something bigger, something more. Humility keeps our egos in check and opens doors for learning and improvement. Fairness, the seventh value, is the pillar of justice. Imagine a world where everyone gets a fair share, where everyone is given equal opportunities, and where justice is served without prejudice. That's the essence of fairness. It's more than just being equal. It's about making sure that everyone gets what they deserve based on their actions, not their status or background. Take, for instance, a classroom scenario. When a teacher evaluates students, they shouldn't favor the ones who are inherently smart, but rather assess each one based on their effort and improvement. Similarly, in our society, fairness should be the guiding principle in everything we do, from our legal systems to our everyday interactions. By being fair, we not only uphold the dignity of individuals, but we also create a balanced, harmonious society. Fairness isn't just about giving everyone the same thing, it's about giving everyone what they need to succeed. Fairness ensures that every voice is heard and every action is judged impartially. Generosity, our eighth value, is the epitome of selflessness. It's like a warm sunbeam, touching everyone in its path, illuminating the darkest corners. We see it in the simple acts of sharing a meal with a stranger, donating books to a community library, or volunteering time at a local shelter. These generous deeds may seem small, but their ripple effects are enormous, creating a wave of goodwill that cascades through society. Generosity doesn't just benefit the receiver. The giver, too, experiences a profound sense of joy and fulfillment. It's like a boomerang. What you give out comes back to you, often in ways you could never have imagined. Studies have shown that generosity can lead to better health, lower stress levels, and an overall enhanced sense of well-being. It's a testament to the beautiful paradox that in giving, we receive. So let's embrace generosity, not just as a value, but as a way of life. Generosity enriches our lives by giving and sharing. Patience, our penultimate value, is a virtue that fosters resilience. It is a quiet strength that carries us through the storms of life. Imagine a seed persistently pushing through the soil, waiting for the right moment to bloom. That's patience in action. Or consider a sculptor, chipping away at a block of marble, transforming it into a masterpiece, one tiny fragment at a time. That's patience at work. Patience is the ability to endure difficult circumstances, whether it's a delay, a setback, or any form of adversity. It's about maintaining composure, keeping our cool when things don't go as planned. It's about waiting without frustration when progress is slow. Patience is not simply about waiting, it's how we behave while we're waiting. It's about embracing the journey, not just the destination. It's about understanding that the best things in life often require time, and that rushing things can lead to unnecessary mistakes. Patience allows us to persevere in the face of adversity. Last but not least, gratitude, our 10th value, is the key to contentment. Gratitude is the act of acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of life. It's like a lens that magnifies the good, casting light on the blessings often taken for granted. It might be the warmth of sunlight on your face, the laughter shared with friends, or the simple joy of a good meal. Imagine a day when you consciously notice and appreciate these small wonders. The day becomes brighter, doesn't it? That's the magic of gratitude. It changes our perspective, allowing us to see the world through a lens of positivity and abundance. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating what we have, it's about deriving happiness from it. It creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity and joy to those around us. When we express gratitude, we're essentially saying, I see the goodness in my life and I value it. Gratitude helps us appreciate the beauty in our lives and cultivates a sense of fulfillment. So, what have we learned about the top 10 human values? We've discovered that honesty forms the foundation of trust. Respect, on the other hand, encourages mutual understanding and collaboration. Courage gives us the strength to face adversity and stand up for what is right. Love, a powerful force, binds us together, fostering unity and compassion. Responsibility reminds us of our duty to ourselves and others, while humility keeps us grounded, promoting growth and learning. Fairness advocates for justice and equality, ensuring that everyone gets their due. The joy of generosity lies in giving, enriching our lives and those of others. Patience, a virtue indeed, teaches us to wait, to endure, and to keep going despite the odds. Lastly, the wisdom of gratitude helps us appreciate life's blessings, big or small, and cultivates a positive outlook. These values, interconnected and influential, shape our behaviors, guide our decisions, and create our collective human experience. These are the values that make us human, guide our actions, and give meaning to our existence. Remember them, cherish them, and let them lead your path.